Alright, hello my friends and welcome back. My name is Sunny and today we're hopping back into Kingdoms and Castles. We're gonna go ahead and start a new... Oh, not creative mode. Just kidding, standard mode hard. We're gonna start a new map, and unfortunately the previous series was our modded series and I did not really enjoy the mods all that much. They were a little janky at times and didn't really add that much to the game, so we're just gonna play the base game here and see what we can build. Let's go ahead and find a seed that we like. I have seen some news here and there about the developers working on some new building types, which will be really interesting. I believe one of them was like a jousting arena and some like diplomatic stuff where you can trade with other cities and find other cities. We'll have to see how that plays out, and I haven't seen any news on it recently. I think it was like back in June or something when I saw the news about it. This one looks okay. There's a lot of forest right here. There's also some iron here and some stone with a decent little bit of fertile ground. I mean, it's not really a lot. This is not a lot of fertile ground. This strip right here kind of is. So I guess what we could do is we could plop down right here. Oh, there's another iron here. Yeah, let's do this one. This one looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and go with our orange banner. And summer hold. Sure, we'll be summer hold. Okay, so what is the plan? Well, initially the plan is to find somewhere... Yes, I know. Game's trying to tell me how to play. I think we're gonna plop down right in here somewheres. We want to leave enough room to where we can build around the keep a decent amount. Thinking maybe right here somewhere. It'll be interesting because there's not a whole lot of room to the north and south. Really, this patch of land is just kind of small, but it is definitely the best amount of land, considering all the resources. We've got iron, we've got stone, we've got wood, we've got fertile land. It's pretty good. It's pretty nice. Alright, let's go ahead and start building here, and we want to go preferably off to the right over here to this stone. That's all the wood we've got. Let's not consume all of our wood. There we go. And then let's also go ahead and plop down a hovel. Actually, we don't need a hovel yet. We're not going to do that. What we are going to do, however, is we're going to tell these guys to come over here and choppy chop some wood for us. Go get it. Go get our wood. And then we'll come back here and start building. So the first order of business for the most part, get wood, start building food. So we'll want to build some farms and some small granaries. But before we can build the granaries, we have to get the stone, which is going to also cost wood. So this is a very important task at the moment. Let's actually just go ahead and speed this up. Have them chop down the wood super quick. Yeah, they're going to be unhappy and also not have great health for pretty much the first year. Because I'm really going to wait to build the homes until like the beginning of winter pretty much, because it doesn't take them long to build the homes, and frankly right now the primary task is just get enough wood that you can build enough stuff to keep you satisfied for at least a little while. Let's go over here just like so. Go ahead and plop that down, and we'll go ahead and start building up our resources by building a quarry connected to this stone. And we'll want to make sure that on the job priority, we have timber workers at the top here. And we'll probably have to cancel some of this. I'll wait until they get to about 200 wood. Roughly. That should be enough. Actually, what we have now is probably enough, so let's go ahead and cancel. There we go. Now they'll start building. They'll build all this stuff up, and then eventually we'll get a some quarry workers. But we want to be sure that we have some housing. So to start things off, I think that with the housing, it would be ideal if we try to cut it off into districts. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, since we've got the stone here and there's some iron over here, I'm going to make this part, this little section of land up here in the top right, I'm going to make that into our industry section. We'll have bakeries, blacksmiths, that kind of stuff. We'll have to get rid of these wolves, obviously, because they're going to be a pain, but it should be alright. So, with that being said, this is going to be our farmland, for the most part. This farmland is going to require us to... oh gosh. Okay. Have housing. Let's get a little section of houses set up right here. I may have waited too long on this. We may already be in a fair amount of trouble. I think we need 4 hovels. It might be 5. It may be 1 per person. Given 1 hovel might be enough, I'm not actually sure. Let's see what happens. How many people does a hovel fit? So yeah, it's been a while since I've played this game. Basically since the modded series. Oh, okay, so 1 hovel is enough. So these 3 hovels will allow extra people to come and live. I would assume that a hovel is enough to fit 5. Oh, it's enough to fit 7. Or, no? Hold on. Yeah, 5. Okay. So this house is 5. Actually, does it say? Oh, 12. This says 5. This says 12, and this says 25. Got it. We are relearning, is what we are doing currently. Okay, so we do want to get some farms set up. Let's go over here and start doing that as quickly as possible, and hopefully we'll start getting some people. I want them to face down like this, I think. And if I remember correctly, we also want... That's brutal. Hold on. Maybe we cancel this? Because this fertile land is going to get in our way to some degree. Let's actually go ahead and make this road 1 longer. And then we'll grab the farms. And now we can surround that piece of fertile land, and a windmill can go there. Is that too close to this wolf's den? I sure hope not. I don't think so. Okay, we're gonna need a stockpile, so let's get a stockpile. Set that up right here next to this quarry. We may also want to put one over here at some point next to these woods. There's also this iron mine, iron that I can't get to because it's being... I'm going to assume I can't get to it. It's being blocked off by those rocks, I guess. I would assume that it's blocked off at least. It might not be, but that would be my assumption, is that we cannot get to it currently. Alright, so how are we doing? Job priority. Farmers, full up. stockpile workers full up. It's probably more important to have quarry workers over stockpile workers. And we're slowly building up. We've got 16 people so far. We're starting to get some food in. People will no longer be hungry, and things are looking pretty decent. It would be ideal if we could get a small granary plopped in right here. Actually gonna do it long ways like this, I think. And now the farmers won't have to travel as far in order to store the food. This granary will also dispense to all the houses that we're gonna put right here. I believe, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 long. So we can't technically, if we made a double road, then it would be the middle, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I come down 3, and I do this on either side. Right. I forgot that the one mod that I maybe should have left on was Pretty Roads. That mod was very, very nice. Okay, so it's going to be a little uneven, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. I will live. I'll be a little sad, but I'll live. Okay, so we've got things set up here. We've got plenty of farmers. We've got 20 out of 20 people. Can we build a cottage? We sure can. So let's go ahead and do that. Plop one down right there, and then we'll plop another one down here. And that will help us to get more people once we have the ability to do so. If I remember correctly, unfortunately that road does not go far enough. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our road here. I'm not sure if I want to wrap it around. Yeah, I suppose we could. Okay, so we've wrapped it around. Now we're going to build some more farms. Well, actually, hold on. Are we full on jobs? We are indeed full on jobs. We currently have 20 people. And we've got 12, 15, 17 jobs at the moment. Once all the builders are done, at least. So what would be more ideal, I mean, we can do it, but it's going to be a little bit challenging. What I could do is I could build some more farms and then turn them off. However, I don't know that we have the food storage in order to... it shouldn't take them that long to build. How much wood? That's a bigger problem. We don't have any wood. Let's go ahead and chop down these trees. Send everybody over there, chop down the trees, and then essentially what we'll have to do after that is we'll need to start working on a more permanent tree solution. So a forester would be ideal, and we could put that right over here. Unfortunately, it does have to be on a road. But I can make that happen pretty easily. Right here is a pretty decent spot. Let's run a road over there real quick. Run this road right over here. Now we should be able to plop a forester down. And we'll need a stockpile over here, otherwise he's going to be running around like crazy. I don't think this game is quite as, it's not quite as important to have stockpiles next to your stuff. Woohoo! We are a small village. In Banished, you want to be sure that you have stockpiles near all of your industry needs, because the work, and I assume that it's relatively the same, like it takes less time. I don't know how much it really increases or hurts their production if they aren't next to a stockpile. Those would be some interesting statistics, because I don't think, can I look at, so it says stone output 20 out of 20 per year, base output is 20. I'm going to assume that if it had like more, yeah, I'm going to assume that if the stockpile wasn't next to it, it would still have a base output of 20 regardless. So I don't know that the stockpile really matters all that much, at least for those specific purposes. Okay, now we are producing wood, we are also producing stone, and we are producing food. Let's go ahead and start producing some more food so that when we have new people come in, we will be able to provide for them. Okay, let's grab our farm, and we will go ahead and do our little boxed in shape here. I think those farms are facing the right way. Yeah, they are. Okay, just making sure. So this should be great. It should flow perfectly fine, and we should be off to a very good start here. Let me double check and see what's going on. We have way too many farmers. We need to close some of these until we get more people in. If we don't close these, then we'll be overproducing and not producing anything else, which is not what you want. We want to make sure that we have workers in every job. Okay, there we go. So we can leave this one farm on for now. And we've got people in every job. We want to make sure the farmers are high up on the list. I think it's better to have the builders above the timber workers, the farmers above the timber workers, and then the timber workers and quarry workers are about the same. I think the granary workers are also just as important as the farmers, although, to be frank, I'm not too sure what it is the granary workers do. Like, they could, I suppose, distribute the food, but I'm not sure that that's actually what they do. Okay, so these guys are unhappy. Let's see if we can increase their happiness. We could get a well put down. A well would be good. One right here is probably decent. I don't mind putting a tavern over here, actually. It'll look pretty decent right next to this well, like so. That'll cover this area. And as far as the structure of this goes, a town square. I could put a town square right here, although I can't get it centered, so that'll drive me absolutely insane. Yeah, it's going to be off to the left or off to the right no matter what I do. Luckily, I just built a well, so that fire shouldn't really be too big of a concern. I hope. I'd assume they'll be able to put it out. Okay, yeah. They're good. They managed to put out the fire. Okay, so the town center would look okay right here, or the town square rather. It's just a little bit off. Wonder if it would be better. I want it to be far enough away from the keep, because we're going to build around the keep. Like, I want the barracks and our archery school, as well as our chamber of war, and all of that stuff to be around the keep. So let's actually go ahead and section this off real quick. We've got a decent amount of wood. I think I can afford to do this. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I need to get rid of this tree here. Let's get rid of these trees real quick. Once these trees are gone, then we'll build another road down here. Okay, there we go. And I'm not sure how far. Let's go right here for now. Okay, so that's 8. I think let's do an 8 by 10. So we want to go 10 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should work. And then we'll go all the way back around and do 10 this, or 8 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, that's a little awkward. Yeah, it's a bit awkward, right? Because it's not quite... And this is not in the center of that. Given I can make it look more centered once I have the buildings, because I can put the Chamber of War as well as like the treasuries and stuff to kind of balance this out, because the issue currently is that the keep is not like structured to be centered. Let's go ahead and build a treasury actually. Oh, what am I doing? And in all of my time playing this game, I still don't know which side is the front of the treasury. Alright, beautiful. So now we're going to build a treasury, and we should be shaping up quite nicely here. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a... Oh, we can't really build anything? Okay, we can build a town square. We can build a decent amount of stuff. I don't really mean that we can't build anything, but the number of things we can build is relatively limited. I think the town square over here is fine. It's probably for the best. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to run a road straight in here. That might look a little goofy, but that's what we're going to do for now. And let's go ahead and get some more cottages and stuff set up here as well. Cottage, and then we'll put a hovel. Okay, that doesn't look bad. I don't mind the way this looks. Right now it's looking pretty decent. Aside from the exclamation mark here. Can we get rid of this? Advisors. Of course we can't. That's something that I would like for them to change eventually. If you click this, it should go away. Oh, you have to actually... Okay, I guess. Though I don't necessarily agree. At least now I know that I can get rid of the exclamation mark. Yeah, you should not... I don't understand. Why is it whenever I click the keep and talk to my advisors this way, the exclamation mark doesn't go away? But if I were to click the tiny exclamation mark above the keep and then talk to the advisors, it goes away. That just seems silly. That seems not... Yeah, that's silly. Alright, anyway. Now that we've made that very strange discovery, let's go ahead and continue our building, shall we? So to round off the episode, I think what I would like to do is I'd like to get maybe some orchards built. And we don't really have a great deal of space. Like, I can't see where the fertile ground is. I can put it here. I could put like 3 going this way. 3 or 4. You know, that's not a bad idea. Let's do that. Let's do 3 going that way. Let's go ahead and get this road stretched all the way down. And then right here is a great spot for our produce storage, because that's barren land, so we're not going to be able to farm on it anyway. Might as well use some, or might as well use the space for some storage. And this is looking pretty good. I'm not upset about it. I think it looks quite nice. I didn't really leave a great deal of space for walls around the keep, but what I'll likely do is I'll likely go on the inside of the walls here, or on the inside of the roads, down this way and this way, in order to build our walls for our keep. And this is similar to the layout that I had in our modded playthrough, at least for the keep itself. Yeah, I think it looks nice. Okay, well, on that note, with the Vikings invading, I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and we're going to cut off the episodes right here. If you've enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe for some more Kingdoms and Castles content. We'll be doing episodes again here on the channel Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at, I'm going to do them at 9 a.m. PT. Yeah, let's just call it 9 a.m. PT. And be sure to tune in on Wednesday for the Viking invasion, see what happens there. I'm sure they're just going to kidnap our villagers, set stuff on fire, and then leave like jerk faces. So in the next episode, we'll start getting some towers set up and whatnot. If we can get some more people, it might be a little difficult since the Vikings are coming and then people are going to be afraid. We'll see what happens. But as always, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next episode.